could.
Call to order the meeting of the Paintsville Utilities Commission for Monday, January 4th, 2016. Start off with a roll call. L.B. Masters.
Here.
Walter.
I'm here.
Kristen.
Are
Mitch
you
Kenner. And Mike Schmidt's not here. And I'm here. Okay. Next item on the agenda was review and approval of the minutes. First, the regular meeting on November 2nd.
I can't do anything about it.
Same as last time.
Yeah.
Let's say we have to table the November 2nd meeting till next time.
You got me and Tim was there.
Yeah, but if Mitch was here, then we could vote on it.
Get the chairman second and motion. Not at all. We did it before. Okay.
Okay, the December 7th meetings.
Make a motion we approve the December 7th, 2015 minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda is the review and approval of the operating report. Did anybody see anything on there that stuck out to them, or?
I
You
think
got me on here as chairman, Jamie.
well, you were.
I was at that time.
Yeah.
That's the reason she's
That's
got it on.
Marlene, so I have to make sure she knows.
Pass it on.
And actually,
It's on this one too.
this one's the same, it's probably on there too, because I didn't think it changed till next.
Make a motion to approve the operating report for dated November 30th, 2015.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. No more, David. I have to find that.
Next item on the agenda is a presentation and approval of the construction pay request. We have 3 separate pay requests on hand. First one is for Bo Cook Engineering for the Kentucky 321 water and sewer line relocation project in the amount of $3,276. The second one is that 2 invoices?
Yes.
2 invoices for Xeon Environmental Corporation. First one is for $63,592.56. The second one is for $10,757.57. And the third one is the Blanton Concrete Construction Company for $3,000.
Did we get all the parts for those amounts, or we still got some coming?
There should still be a little bit out there. The quote was about $4,000 more than that total.
They're just charging us for what we got.
Yes.
Make a motion to approve the invoices as presented by the chairman.
Second.
I got a question on one, if we could. On the Blanton Concrete Construction, in their original contract, were they responsible for the removal of the tank?
Yes.
Seems like they were,
Yes.
and then they did not remove the tank. We ended up removing it.
No. There were 2 parties working together, and they did remove it. It was
Okay,
long time coming.
I just thought somehow in your memo it was that we ended up taking care of it.
We tried to. We were sitting here telling everybody there's good scrap metal on the hill.
Scrap prices went down though.
Okay. That's just, I was understanding that it was, we had taken care of the tank itself.
No, but they did it. Just took some time to get it done.
I was going on other comments that was made about it, that's why I was asking. I'll refer back to LB's motion then.
It's been second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next item on the agenda is the departmental reports.
Are we gonna pay the bills?
Number 4. 5.
And 5.
And we did the pay request. Oh, monthly invoices, I'm sorry. Number 5 is review and approve of the monthly invoices. Any comments on the monthly invoices?
Make a motion, we pay the bills.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Now we go on to number 6, departmental reports.
Anybody have anything they'd like to add?
See, Larry signed his name to his.
Looks like you're documenting the problems really good.
Yeah.
Make David's job easier.
We're gonna have Janie put this little addition into the file as well back here.
Okay.
Get right on that.
Oh, the camera thing for the sewer.
We have it back.
Good.
And have used it several times already.
Yeah, well, the customer I was thinking about has got hers unstopped, but all of a sudden we found that there was 2 sanitaries that was not on any list.
I don't know which
Usual.
ones.
Yada, yada, yada. I just wonder if they're active.
Which way did theirs go? Did they find out?
One points right towards Tim Hall's garage. The other one looks like it's angling going into Dave and Paula's property. There was a third one that was sanitary, or not sanitary, but storm. But in August of 2012, there was a bladder put in there to stop the storm to going into sanitary. So that other pipe is dead.
Any questions on the departmental reports?
We don't have to approve those, we just want the information, so
Make sure everybody's got any questions about them when you have a voice for it.
I'll guarantee you tomorrow if I have forgotten something.
Okay, next item on the agenda is number 7, old business. First one is the drug testing program.
David, have you reviewed and approved this contract?
Yes,
Okay.
I reviewed it and shared my concerns with Julia Barker after our other meeting, and she responded and she addressed the concerns I had and submitted this new proposal meets my approval.
Have any motions on
Yeah.
accepting the drug testing program?
I make a motion that we accept this contract with Drug Testing Centers of America.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You give authority for Bob to execute that contract.
And also for Bob to execute the contract.
Next one on the old business is the consideration consideration for bids for the 321 relocation projects. Same thing we talked about last time.
It is.
Can you be a little more specific exactly what's going on? with
Yeah,
that?
you have the low bid on the project, which has been reviewed by the project engineers as well as the funding agency from Boca Contracting in the amount of $725,924.
Now, was there something along the lines where this kept being delayed and we had to get a reapproval of what they were going to bid on?
The delay involves some property acquisition, which could have changed the scope of the project for the state.
So, because I thought there was a deadline back in November, we had to meet something by.
Originally, but that was the bid actually officially expired at that point. The contractor agreed to extend it while they worked on that issue.
Okay, now by him agreeing to those charges, that he would extend it at the same prices, do we still have to go outside and have everyone rebid since it ran out?
Yes, I think we should.
Or we have to do more research to determine if that's what we have to do?
I need to research that and see whether your options are accept the next lowest bidder or rebid. I'll have to look into that and then I'll report back. I'll send an email to all y'all about that.
What's the time frame on the project when they was wanting to start though?
Have you heard?
Well, I heard there was gonna be bidding in March for the main construction phase. Now, you know, this was trying to get this done before then, I guess. So I just wanna make sure we didn't do something we weren't supposed to do and cover all our bases, since the time frame kinda ran out on us before we could approve anything.
The next low bid would have had the same time constraints in it.
Yeah, that bid would have lapsed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, because of the lapse, that means you'd have to do an all new publication, get bids, see what they are, approve it, and go through all that again because it did run out.
More than likely.
Just verify what we can and can't do. And
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that this week.
any other old business?
Where's the funding source for that?
Transportation cabinet.
But they need us for the, I mean, that's where they're gonna take the high wall down?
Yes.
Yeah, they're moving our water.
They kept going back, my understanding, they kept going back and forth with how they were going to approach it. And they kept asking us as utilities to wait until we can get this done. And then when they finally got it done, time was running out on accepting Boca as the contractor for it. And now that the time's expired, that's why last time we were trying to say, okay, they're willing to do it for the same price, let's go ahead and do it. And it died because of a lack of motion.
Well, are we holding up the project by not doing what, by getting a contractor?
Well, we have to find out, can we accept the bid now? Dave's going to have to research to make sure we can accept his, saying he'll keep for the same amount. Otherwise, if we can't do that with him, then it would have to be let back out, because we were trying to get this all took care of before the November 17th deadline, and it wasn't approved by the commission by that time. So after David finds out, we'll be able to know if we can accept it on the next meeting or something. We can approve using what they deal with the contingency or not, or rebid it all, or however we have to handle it.
Once we find that out, we'll probably need to do something before the next meeting to get something in motion.
Like I said, I'll just send the email out and y'all can always just ratify the action at the next meeting.
Okay. If there's no other old business, next item is up for new business. First one on it is the shop roof replacement.
Yeah, we've discovered that the roof on the main shop building is not in very good shape at all. Would like permission to bid that out.
Reading through your memo about that, Bob, but we have to do some other engineering work? Cause if there's a support missing that needs to be put back in.
It's not a structural support for the, hold the roof up, it's just, it's the decking. There's no decking in that location, so it should just be a matter of just spanning it with more decking, rather than having the flashing material like it's got in it now.
Yeah, somebody took out the fire wall.
Right. But I didn't know if you'd have to have something re-engineered to say this is what's safe in the building, or just get the roof completely replaced, and or how to handle that. Is this something that Bob Stewart needs to look at for being in city limits? And
Possible.
or you just kinda check on that, see if he has to verify anything due to the work done on it or not, and go from there with it, I would reckon.
What's the legalities on the inspections, and when you borrow $200,000-300,000 and they give you a loan, and aren't there
Disclose.
inspections and disclosures?
Yeah.
Because from what I can read from Bob's report, it's a disaster.
I'll have to check the disclosure and see what they mentioned as far as the roof goes and what inspections that were done back then.
That's only, what, 2 years ago? 3?
3.
3?
But almost anybody buys a house or anything, you have to have an inspection report.
Certifying it's okay to purchase it or whatever.
And you shouldn't be putting your foot through the roof either.
Well, that's not a good thing.
No.
I'm not sure who it scared the worst, the ones of us on the roof or the ones under the roof when we were on it.
It looks like if we buy anything else, we're going to have an inspection team.
Yeah.
A due diligence. That's not good. Okay.
We'll need to table that until we get further clarification on what we have to do with it. Next item, Cross Creek Water Main.
As I mentioned to you, we've discovered that the creek crossing into Cross Creek is uncovered as a result of the July flood. Looks like we need to rebore that line under the creek. Something we don't want to get into, leaving that thing exposed, subject to more flooding, and take the line out. We would like to do a change order to the AML project, with us paying for that portion of it, to get that done in a timely manner. There's some engineering that's going to have to be done on it before we can do that. It's just a matter, do we want to proceed on that course?
We certainly should do that at this time, especially if you've got equipment that can handle it. With that construction starting 1 to 2 weeks from now.
1 to 2 weeks.
1 to 2 weeks. Good.
What's
Possibly.
our other option?
Put it out for bid as a separate project.
They're already there, though, right?
With the neighborhood, yeah. Got it on 72. That project involves bores as well, so they'll have their equipment here.
Is it uncovered on both sides?
It's primarily just on the road, the Route 40 side.
About 20
Yeah.
feet exposed.
Can't do like you did at the entrance at the water plant and just
Open cut it.
put the blacktop back over it. Cut it.
I think it's a little far away to do that.
Yeah, they start getting open cut in the creek, you're getting a whole new.
I guess the
ball
question
game.
I'm saying, we can't fix it ourselves.
No, it's that PE pipe that's in it.
Do I have a motion to entertain for the Cross Creek Water Main?
Make
So-
a motion that we approve the Cross Creek water bore.
Second.
in terms of the
All
change
those-
order.
In terms of the change order.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda was the Honey Branch Collection Act.
What I'm looking for there is approval of a plan of action.
Only thing I had there, I don't have any problem with the plan of action in your letter, but I don't know if I would write something on the back end of it and say it may not meet your immediate concerns and all that. I wouldn't give them any reason to think that we didn't.
We can reward that.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I wouldn't do anything that's negative in a letter to the state.
I think so.
Sorry.
I'm not no grammarian or anything. I have written a lot of letters to the state that I don't write negative.
David, isn't there quite a bit of give and take in these, when you've been in court with us?
We've already tried one go with them. They didn't take to it too highly.
No, they're not gonna give it all.
I wrote a 3-page argument.
They won't come off the original number.
They shot it down quite quickly.
Okay.
Do I have any recommendation or motion for actions to be taken on this subject?
Yeah, we need to get on it. If you stall, I think they get mad too.
I think they're looking for this tomorrow.
So do you need a motion to
That's fine.
approve that corrective action plan?
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any other new business to go over this time?
Have anybody needs to address the commission?
Happy. Hi, everybody. I'm not sure who everybody is here, but I've been told this is where I need to go to, I'm requesting, we need water. I'm on 201 Meadow Fork Lane, or Meadow Fork Road. It was Meadow Fork Road, then they put up a new sign, Meadow Lane. It's on Castle Fork off of Route 3387 from Route 1559. When you all mentioned Honey Branch, I guess, are you talking about the one past me?
Honey Lane.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, all of Castle Fork has been supplied with city water. There was some funding for that, and it got done. And we are part of Castle Branch. We are Meadow Fork Lane. Branches right off. There's 3 homes up through there. The road is paved. It's a county road. And I have power, electric, I have telephone lines, all the city and county utility vehicles turn in my driveway. And my neighbor that's up above me, her road is private, so everybody turns there. And we run a business. My husband services and sells copiers. It's East Kentucky Office Services. And we service this community. We've saved the school, the little city school, I guess it's the Board of Education, Kathy Adams down here at the Head Start, and the elementary. They were in a predicament. They was going to have to buy a $24,000 machine to get their copies. We have saved them $15,000 to $30,000 by putting in commercial machines that fax, print, scan. They're refurbished, but we sell them at a price to where they're not out $24,000. They can get a refurbished machine because this is not all he's done all his life. This is a business he's done for 23 years. We've been in Johnson County for 13 years. I spoke to some people. We service this community. We service James Andrew, Jones Preston, John Blanton, B&B Distributors, a lot of counties. We service 5 counties close to Johnson. And we help small businesses to be able to get machines in here that they can afford to start a business. and I feel like we've really contributed to the community. Even the Tucker Daniels office, we kept his old Xerox running for 3 years. He zeroed, he won't buy off of us, but the service what he's got. Well, I went to him about needing water. They started fracking a mountain across for me, and when I would run a bath, the sediment in the bottom of my tub was black, and then the top there was a film of oil from my well. After when the fracking started, this is what happened, and I've had problems with it. All Castle Fork is done, Meadow Lane is not. There's 3 homes up there. I feel like we need to, we give to the community. We've saved the school money. We've also saved, I guess I talked to the Commissioner Ralph Daniels earlier. I've talked to Kathy Adams. I spoke to Tucker Daniels. Tucker Daniels' words. I don't know if I should even, I don't know really who I'm talking to, but I've talked to some people. I've talked to Hal Rogers. And there are some options, but I've been told you all are the people I need to talk to about getting water ran.
Bob, where she's talking about, is this part of that phase 2 that we were trying to work in conjunction?
It is not. And I'm not sure what the sources of funding was for Castle Fork. It's been there for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about a year.
A year?
Yeah. We've been there for 13 years, and Castle Fork just got water, maybe 2, I'm not sure.
Was that the email?
I don't think so. I thought it might have been.
I mean, there was a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
No, it's not part of those.
Well, even FEMA, you know, we're in the blackout area. Red Cross came out and offered us everything. We had damage. We didn't take any money. We didn't, you know, benefit from that whatsoever. We actually took a loss with our property. But I know that there was money funded from several different groups for the water. And well, you could probably have FEMA money, but you also have money that was like you all are saying in the different phases for different areas. I was told from Tucker Daniels to come over here and let you all know what I was wanting and report back to him. Hal Rogers' office said they were going to make some calls that we did deserve city water. They might help me with funding. There's 3 houses, like I said. Now the lady up above me, she'll be paying because hers is a private road for the piping and the labor. But I just think, you know, 13 years dedication to this community. We pay state taxes, county taxes.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but is this the first time you come to the commission to ask for this request?
Yeah, brand new. Just
Okay.
popped in here. Don't know anybody, but I'm just trying to get something done because we have well water, and this is 2016. And the water is, right now it's not too bad, but you know, I can't cook with it, I won't drink it. It would be really nice to have city water. And my house, it's a farm, it's a 60-acre farm, and actually, the plan is, since business is slow, and we run our own business, is to develop the property on this county road. And there would be house seats, trailer seats up through there, and it could bring in revenue, bring in people, bring in jobs. People may start businesses. There's so many things that we could do with this property, but we have to have water. And we've had offers from Clayton. A lot of people want to just put house seats or trailers, get the trailers in there, but we have to have water, and I don't know how to go about getting it.
First thing I'd like to know is, Meese over there, can we put the water up that far?
What's the elevation of your road compared to Castle Fork?
There's not much elevation. There's one little slant hill. The rest of it's basically straight, and it's about a quarter mile from Castle Fork where the water already is.
That's my next question. How long is the extension going to be?
Yeah. Well, walking it.
There's the man who makes those out for us.
At the most.
how much
at the
feet we've
most.
got to deal with, and can we get the water up
It's
that
less than
high?
half a mile. They paved a half a mile, but the water would just have to be ran, down the
You know where it
miles.
is, Rick? For sure. But what I don't understand about the conversation that I don't understand is usually when we have a funded project, we take it as far as we can take it to serve every house that we can get to.
We
right?
did
Yeah, you
pass
went
it, right?
So what happened? Why didn't we go on?
I don't
You
know.
went all the way to the head of Castle Fork, all the way up. And this is just a little branch. And I just got totally bypassed. And I was like, please, please, please. And I called everybody I knew to call. And I'm just really upset. There's another issue I'd like to bring up. And I don't know if anybody's experienced this, but when it comes to paying property taxes, we have a mailbox down at the mouth on Castle Fork where the water was ran. Well, it got hit by a car, and I didn't get my property tax bill. I know it's my responsibility to pay my property tax when it's due, but I forgot. I didn't get the bill. The PVA office didn't call me to tell me, you need to pay your bill. They didn't check to see if I had a PO box. So somebody come in from outside and paid my property taxes. And then I get a letter from the bank saying, you have a lien on your property. And I'm like, what? You didn't pay your property taxes, someone else has. If I was an elderly person that didn't know who to call, what to do, my land would be taken right out from under me and did not know it. So Sally, Judy, the PVA office, helped me. It took about 6 months. But they bought that property back because they took the fall. They said that they did not notify me. If somebody does not get their property tax bill and it just comes right back to you, that office needs to make a call and see if that person will pay their property taxes. If not, yeah, it could be up for sale. But I had no notice, and it got sold without me, no knowledge. But of course, Mr. Daniel said that's happened to him too, and he knows what I'm talking about. But Sally, the PVA office, which he had some bad things to say about, did tell me they would help me, and they did. And I got to pay that, paid them back, they paid the other people back. Now there's no lien on my property.
Going back to the issue you're asking about, this water line.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, do you know when the line was ran originally up through there?
I was thinking 3 or 4 years ago.
It might have been. I'm so sorry. It might have been.
So probably at that time,
It was
I
fun.
mean, I'm new to the commission, I've only been here about a year, but I would think at that time, a list was made as to where to run the water line, and there was no interest at that time to run it over the hill for those other 3 homes. So that's why I got funded only for that one. And once you have a project slated what to be done, it's hard to change it without prior approval from Frankfurt or anybody else.
Well, I just don't understand why it was Castle Fork and not the branch off.
It just, well, however it was wrote up originally, that's how it got put in.
Well, how do I submit something saying that,
You'd
request
like what you're doing tonight's the first step. You come to
Okay.
us and told us that you've got a concern, you'd like to try to get water,
Rick
we-
will tell us
Rick
whether
can
it's
look at it.
feasible or not,
and decide,
and
you
we'll
know,
go from there.
how it's gonna work out. And, you know, we've also got other projects in the county that we're looking at too,
I'm
so it's a
sure.
matter of prioritizing who's on first, who's on second, as to how these things need to be done.
Well, I feel, since we've moved to Johnson County, whoever's supposed to be creating new businesses and there's some lands that are available for businesses to come in, I just feel maybe the county judge executive, could do a better job about bringing in new businesses and growing this area. We may have to move. We've done all we can in this area. We've supplied a lot of people with stuff that's helped them grow their business. And we gave and gave, and now it's time to where we're like, we gave out. And we've got a lot of property. We don't know what to do with it to make money. And the only way we can develop the property is to have water. So that's the main thing. And a few other things. I've got a lot written down. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know if I should even go through saying all this because I've been told a lot of different stuff by different people. And I have to say that Hal Rogers has helped us in about 3 other issues. Getting money from the JROTC for about 6 copiers we put in for them. $8,000, don't sound like a lot of money, but it is, to me. And it took him a year, he had to go to the Senate, but he fixed it, he got my money. And he's also helped us with a few other things. Well, I've also contacted him on this. And I'm thinking that if everybody will work together, you know, when Tucker Daniels tells me to come over here, find out what they say, and then come back and tell me, I'm not going to get in the middle of this little runaround. I just called the Hal Rogers office, and they said, if everybody will work together, and I'll tell you who I talked to right before I showed up, was the Commissioner Daniels. Ralph?
I know where
Is there Ralph Daniels?
Paul.
Yes.
Randy?
Paul.
But I can't
Paul
figure out
Paul
where
Daniels? That's him, I'm sorry.
201 comes in.
Spoke
And
to
I don't
Paul
know where
Daniels,
Chandler
and
is.
Paul
They
said he
don't
was
make any
behind
sense
me,
to me.
that he would do what he could, and Hal Rogers is gonna do what he can. Tucker Daniels says that it's all up to you, but
See, I
to
know
report
where
back
that
what
is.
you say. I don't know what that
Never heard of
means. He acts like, oh yeah, I used to do a lot over there, but now, I was like, why do you have this job? What are you doing for this county, or for this area? And he's like, I didn't even want this job. And I was like, well, why do you have it? He said, I was voted in. Okay? I don't even know if I should say this. I don't know who likes him, who don't, who's friends, who's this. You know, I'm just speaking because this is what I'm hearing. And I didn't like being told to come over here and find out what you say and come back to him, and he might do something. I don't think that it's up to him to do something. I've been told that it's the commissioner told me this is all up to you all.
That's 1559.
Well,
Mhm.
most of the time it is up to the utility commission to help run the water lines, gas lines,
Yeah.
and they set priorities for projects to be done. Now, by coming to us and letting us know about it now,
Mhm.
we can have our engineer take a look at it, try to figure out the feasibility, can we do this? Because maybe the existing line's not strong enough to branch off of it.
And find money to pay for it.
See, yeah,
That's-
this
the money's
commissioner that I
another
talked to
issue.
said the funds might be dry, but then if you go to this meeting, let them know about it, and maybe put it on the agenda. Because the well water that we have, we run a business. I think that just we really gave to the community, and
Well, I mean, but typically for a water line to be run, we have to go through steps of having it engineered, approved through the Division of Water, funds available to do it, so it's
Yeah.
not something we can go out there tomorrow and start working on. Now, by you coming to us, now we can have Rick take an investigation with it, see what's feasible, and then we can try to get a better understanding of what can and can't be done, and then we'll be prioritizing it along with any other projects that we have currently on, on our listing.
right, and it might help if I can get some extra funding through
Funding helps.
Yeah.
funding. I'm sure it does.
When you go to your home, do you go 201 and then turn before you get to the Sugar Grove Church?
Yes, I go over. I
You
go
Or
out
you go down 23?
201, and then you can keep going. Well, actually, I go through 1559, where the new booth put in the
She goes through
Burger King.
Chandlersville, and that's where
Yeah.
Castle Fork
W.R.
goes up and
Castle.
over, and it used to connect on the 23, but it doesn't anymore.
And then I go up
Yeah.
1559, follow that all the way up, and it'll branch and keep on going.
The whole way
1559,
that
or
way.
it'll go 3387.
It
It
still
goes up
connects to
over hill.
old
Bobby
23.
Cottle
Well, you can't.
has done some mining up there that's also disrupted the well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let Rick investigate it,
Last name?
maybe give Rick a couple of weeks or so to let him have a chance to look at it a little bit, and then, maybe call back over here and talk to Bob Pack, our chairman, and he can get with Rick and maybe set up another meeting, you all can discuss what was found on it, and then we'll just have to go from there with it.
Okay, so this is Bob. Heard a little bit about you. I would make my own assessment. I don't take other people's words. And what is your name?
Tim Spencer.
Tim Spencer. Alright, well, I appreciate you all hearing me out. And maybe we can get something done. If not, we may just sell all of it and move out. I don't know. We've been there for 13 years. It's a 60-acre farm. And we have too many deer. Thinking about letting people come up and try to deer hunt, but I try to keep the property up, and there's a lot that can be done with the property, cause there's so many flats that go up, it's not all mountain, there's a lot of flats.
Well, we appreciate you coming in and showing your concerns and your requests and that. Like I said, we can look at it and try to make a determination.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Do we need executive session this evening?
Yeah, personnel.
Move.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. All those opposed? Adjourn for executive session.
I've been trying.
know,
Chicken
I'm
wing.
sitting in there going,
I have a motion to return from executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
After meeting for executive session, we looked at our current policy that we changed at the first of the year, and David's going to explain a couple of changes we're going to try to implement.
That's correct. During the discussion of personnel, a couple issues came up, and one of the things that the commission has decided to do is change the policies and procedures employee handbook to create a section for on-call time for non-exempt employees. We'll ask Mr. Page to draft that. That will mirror previous versions of the on-call program, with the exception that it will include, it would be specifically for non-exempt employees only. The second change is with regard to bereavement leave. In the section that talks about grandparents, uncles, aunts, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, as written, it says it's leave with pay shall be for the day of the funeral. The commission has decided to change that language to make it not to exceed 4 days, and to also include step parents in that section. So those are the two changes that they made. We need to do a motion in a second to make those changes.
Make that motion to make those changes.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Aye.
Second.
Second.
Aye.
Hold that for a minute.